in vilifying the staff administration of HHC.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was way out of line there. The city cut the money from social services.
That's right.
And HHC is doing a fine job taking care of people who have little or nothing.
Yeah, that's right. They picked up all the pieces that out-of-town Brown dropped in that whole crew that pulled,
You were part of that.
Yes.
You were part of that. You helped organize it. And I think they're out of line for their attitude that is negative towards those who are trying to help the homeless. And I just want to support you. I know you get angry, and I hope you can control it. I mean, I don't want to see you get sick.
Yeah, I know.
But you've done a great job
CPR.
tonight. As a priest, and as a friend, and as a citizen of New London, and as a caregiver to many, many people, I want to thank you for your program tonight, and Tambria for what you have done.
Thank you.
I know other people want to talk to you, but don't apologize to the kids. You have said nothing out of line, although I know you could, but you have said nothing out of line. And what you have said is very appropriate. God bless you, and I'll say good night.
Thank
you.
God bless you.
I hope you're feeling well.
I hope you're doing well, too. God bless you. The Reverend Father, I call him Father, the other Father, Russ.
The other Boston Russ.
Yeah, the other Boston. Well, we're both out of Newton.
Yeah,
we were Newton High School. We went to Newton High School together. I don't know, Russ, you know, we lost you had moved just before we graduated. I know that. We lost six to Vietnam out of our class. 6 people in a town like that. Of course, you know it. I lost one of my best friends, Freddie McLaughlin, out of that group, and several others. And then we had a lot of guys that came home and haven't recovered. Mm-hmm. You know, as the other vets said, that they may have stitched up their wounds, but they might have been stitched up, but they have never recovered from that. I was fortunate, and I didn't. My father didn't sign me in. He refused to sign me in. And then by the time it was my turn to go, I had
broken your body.
I had broken. I had done all kinds of things that then they didn't want me. But we raised reluctant warriors, and I come from a family that is really blessed. We go all the way back. My kids are able to be daughters and sons of the Revolution. Family fought in all the wars, and we love that. So whether we agree or disagree whether we should have war, our people and our soldiers, women and men, put their lives on the line for for my right to be a nut on TV, for Andy's right to vote against them, and Michael, but I'm not going to let you run for cover when this was a detailed letter that anyone
and an opportunity
and an opportunity to do something wonderful for vets.
An opportunity to make a public statement in support of vets during a time of war.
We want them home.
Right.
We want them.
And we want you to know.
We want you in that town. We want to take care of you.
We honor our own. We want you to know that. One of my frustrations is I suffer PTSD, not to the extent of a lot of our veterans, and I was married to a. I was married to a vet who suffered PTSD. And one of the things that's hard maybe for some people to understand, and I experienced with my husband, is the whole thing like waking up in a night with a nightmare or having an anxiety attack. All these different experiences that a veteran would have. The reason they're in substance abuse programs or AA or having trouble with addiction, it's all tied to the war or service-related injury, which is PTSD. They did not cause it. They volunteered to serve, and instead of losing an arm or a leg, they have these invisible problems they've ended up with, and they're not comfortable, and they will not proceed into recovery or get back into housing or function with their families or their children without the safe environment.
They need a safe environment.
They need people around them who understand.
Right. Post-traumatic stress syndrome comes about from being in very traumatic situations continually for a fair amount of times, and then and there's all different types.
Yeah,
of the
it
syndrome.
can. For some people, it can be one event. A woman gets raped.
I was just going to say, it could be.
And it's all perception. If it's terrifying to you,
right,
that's enough.
That's enough.
Yeah.
And of course, when I look at my cousin Michael when he went over. I have a picture of my cousin Michael. My cousin Michael went to Vietnam. He looks at an 18-year-old kid, and he got 3 Purple Hearts, and in 4 years he looked like an old man. The difference in the change of them. You watch your kids in the military. My youngest, who's a lieutenant in the Coast Guard, my babe, it's a her, okay? Her brothers are in, but her just going through the academy, and then being on and serving out there, chasing down drug runners and down in Colombia and all that stuff. I watched my youngest age. Yeah. I had never seen any, and my oldest that served that is up in Newington. And he hasn't recovered. You can stitch the wounds, but
anytime you're living in that hyper attentive state where you're not sure if you're going to survive, whether you're on patrol or also our medical providers who are serving our military, who may be civilians, come back with PTSD.
Right.
Having thousands of people die in front of them for a career.
Good evening, you're on Street Talk with Father Russ and Tambria. Hello. Hello. Oops. Did I lose them?
It's Ray. He's coming back to the phone.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. I think he hung up on me. Ray, if you're out there, come back to the phone.
Hey, Father Russ.
Bless you, Ray.
Who's your guest tonight, Father Russ?
It's my co-host. You know who that is.
Hey, how are you?
That's
Hi,
Tambria.
Ray.
Come on.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How is your...
You're looking pretty every time I see you with Father Russ on TV.
I make him look good.
Huh?
I make him look good.
No, I think you do.
Yeah, she makes me look good.
How you doing, Father Russ?
I'm doing good. How you doing? You go to...
Doing very
I saw
good.
you last night, right? You called the girls' show last night.
Nah.
Yeah, you
Yes,
did
you did.
too.
I didn't do nothing.
Yeah, right? Did you see your
I
pastor
stayed
tonight?
home.
Did you hear me?
I went to church on last night on Tuesday night, Bible study.
Oh, you did last night, not tonight?
I went to Bible study.
I thought tonight was your Bible study.
Yeah, I went to Bible study tonight, too.
Oh, okay. Did you say hello to
I
your...
got tomorrow free tomorrow.
Ray is faithful.
Did you say hello to
Yeah,
your
I'm just
pastor?
how you doing?
Ray,
You know?
did you say hello?
All right, Father Russ.
Did you
Good
say...
night.
Huh? Good
Good night. Thank you for calling, Ray.
They're making you be quiet. Say hello to your pastor for me, Ray. Okay, in case you didn't get that. Ray is so good and so faithful, and well, I'm starting to calm down.
Are you?
This I'm not going to forget. I want to make a promise to you. I'm not going to let you forget this vote, John. They say don't bring you. You're welcome on my show. You and Mike. Okay, but I'm not going to let you forget this all the way through election. Believe me, I'm not going to let you forget it. You cannot hide behind this. This letter was sent to the city manager. If you did not have this letter that was to the city manager as a councilman while you were looking at it, that says something about your leadership. This says something about your leadership. This vote. It says something about your leadership. It isn't about the hospitality center. That's baloney. This has nothing to do. This is a veterans program, and it's clearly instituted by out of the Veterans Administration. The people that are plugged in here, they've been doing this a long time, John. You didn't read it, and if you didn't read it, that goes to your leadership.
I think if and perhaps part of the opinion is, oh, here's another nonprofit. It's not going to be a taxed house. It's probably an empty house they're looking at already that's been sitting and is part of the blight problem. If it needs to be remodeled, at least brought up to code. We should be thankful for any group that wants to bring a building in New London back up